Hi everyone, and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Gemini for the week of January 23rd through the 29th of 2023. I would also like to thank everyone who has given my channel a thumbs up, subscribed, and left comments. Thank you very much for doing that. It is greatly appreciated. And your first card out is the Magician, so pulling it out of the air. You know, if you've had a difficult challenge or a difficult decision to make, you're going to get the answers that just sort of going to pop up and you know that you're on the right path and you can move forward. If there's a decision that needs to be done, you're going to do it. You know, the impossible is doable this week for you. And the Six of Rods. So, you know, telling people that, you know, I do a good job, I'm a good person. You know, that sort of thing is what you're headed at this week. And you're doing it quite easily. You know, people already know that about you, but sometimes they forget to appreciate, you know, what you give. And the Moon card. So things around you are starting to change in your life. You know, whether that's your job or your home life. But things are definitely taking a sudden, you know, change. You know, whether it's the rules within your home or, you know, that sort of thing. Maybe you're getting a little more moody this week than you anticipated, but you're maybe because you're not quite getting the sleep that you need as well, so you need to, you know, deal with that for yourself. And the Three of Rods. So there you are, standing on the edge, you know, looking out, wondering, you know, do I stay, do I go, which way do I go, all that sort of good things for yourself. You're just looking out into the future. You know where you came from. You know what you have to do. You know the path that you have to take as well. And the Nine of Swords. So maybe one of you, two of you out there, or a few more, have said something and you're living in regret. This could be out of job too. Maybe you did something and, you know, you're not too happy with yourself, you're losing sleep, maybe you're afraid that, you know, somebody's going to know, or maybe you told somebody and you're not quite sure whether you can trust who you told, that sort of thing. So you're, you know, maybe had a blowout with somebody as well, disagreement, maybe you said something, maybe they said something, and you want, you know, clarity in your life. So you're losing a little bit of sleep over that. You need to deal with that because that will definitely affect your health in the long run, but you're quite aware of that. And the Ace of Wands. So good news coming in. New opportunities are knocking. Your energy's back. You're thinking about maybe for some of you is getting a new career, different job, different area. And if you do, it's going to turn out to be quite well for you. You're going to be quite happy that you made that decision for yourself, which is wonderful because sometimes we make decisions too quickly and we don't think about what the consequences are. But this week you're definitely starting over in something. And the Six of Swords. Maybe you're thinking of moving. Downsizing. Moving into a different situation. Moving to a different town. So it looks like you're, you know, had enough of where you are for whatever reason. And you're just going to decide to go and check yourself out of where you're at and into something better for yourself. Moving on to calmer and better shores. And the Knight of Wands. So definitely new beginnings. Things are starting to go. Maybe you're taking a vacation this way or that way. You're just deciding to, you know, all of a sudden make that decision for yourself. Not understanding where you want to go in the future. So you're maybe thinking of taking a mini vacation just to give your head a different thought. You know, it's not anything big. It's just like a, you know, going shopping or something like that. Just something to clear your air in your head and give you those temporary moments of something else to think about so that it just puts your mind at rest. And the Queen of Swords. So definitely clearing the air. You know, you're watching how you're saying it, but you're clearing the air. You know, you're very verbally skilled. You know, you're delivering news to people face to face. You're not, you know, doing it without, you know, facing whatever it is that you have to do. You know, whether it's good or bad, you're telling the truth. and you're moving forward. You're just not mixing your words anymore. And the Queen of Pentacles as well. So there you are. You know, you're starting to realize that you want to have more comfort in your life. You want to make sure your bank accounts are in good standing. You don't want to have to question yourself in the future. So you're taking the steps to make sure that what you have is what you want, because you don't plan on, spending a whole lot of time or money wasted. When you buy something, you're going to make sure that it's of good quality and something that you want and will hang on to for a long, long time. So you're looking for the best bargains as well this week. You're not just going out and, spending money needlessly. You're definitely got a lot of forethought into what you're doing, and this could be investments as well. And the Two of Cups. So maybe you've run into somebody recently or talked to somebody recently that you used to talk to a while back. Maybe you got along. Maybe you were friends as well. And that spark returns. You understand why you got along with that person better. So maybe you're deciding that you might want to date this person or ask them out for a date. Or they're asking you. Maybe they've gotten in touch with you this week, but you're going to hear from somebody that you haven't heard from in quite some time from your past. And the Fool card, and there you go. You're really thinking about this. You're sort of doing it on blind faith almost. They're just sort of bringing back butterflies that you haven't felt in a long time for some of you. Or maybe this is something that you've put off on the back burner for a long time. Maybe you thought about getting in touch with this person or going to this other town for a long time. And you're realizing that it's time to make that move for yourself. Time's up. You're making sure that your money is doing what you want it to do as well this week. Like if you've got bills that you haven't, paid or dealt with, you're about to do that as well. So you're following through on a lot of things. You're feeling more happy about yourself and your ideas and which way you want to go. So good for you. Yes, there you are. Wonderful ideas. 7 of Cups. All kinds of new ideas formulating in your head. Maybe you thought of making, a project of your own that you could sell. So you're maybe looking into getting it patented, or you're just finishing up chores that's been around for a long time and you just never really give yourself the time or the energy to complete them. So you're doing that as well, You have no lack of interest in anything. You're just going for all your creativity altogether. You're very talented. You're trying to make money and go forward and make yourself happy in the future. You're committing to one task at a time as you go along. So you're doing it step by step because you realize that you want to accomplish things. And the 4 of Cups. So there you are. You've been bored for a while. You've been thinking about things. You're comfortable. You have enough. But you also want more. So now you're trying to figure out which way you want to go to accomplish that. So you're just sort of sitting there wondering, do I count my lucky stars and just be grateful? Or do I, reach for that other cup and pick myself up and move as well? And the 7 of Swords. So you're definitely keeping your own business to yourself this week. You're not sharing a lot of information with anybody. Sometimes in life you get taught that you have to keep things to yourself because you don't want others to know, because you don't want them to judge you or feel they have the right to do so. So you're just, if you're thinking of moving, you're going to check into it. If you're thinking of getting into a relationship, you're going to think into it. You're not just going to do this helter-skelter. Though you have the Fool there and you have the possibility to do so, you're holding yourself back because you know what you want in the future is comfort and that, and you're not willing to sacrifice anything so that it doesn't come about. And the Queen of Wands. So there you are. Most definitely successful ventures coming your way. If you're thinking of, leaping out and going into a job of some new sort, you might want to look at taking the manager position of it. Why not? Somebody has to do it. And, it's surprising what you're capable of doing. I don't think you give yourself enough credit at what you know and what you can accomplish. but you're very knowledgeable. You know, if you put your mind to something, you will put your head down and you will see it till it's finished the way you think it should look, which is a really big quality that people don't realize. All right, I am going to pick and shuffle you an Angel Oracle card. But your cards look very beautiful. They're very positive. You got new relationships in your life. Yes, maybe you've said something you shouldn't have, but you're going to clear the air with that. Maybe you said something that needed to be said, but, you know, it wasn't quite the way you had thought it would hurt the person, so you're trying to fix it. And if it's something that worked, then, you know, you're going to own it. All right. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. All right. Well, there you go. Think before you leap. All right. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now, and I will talk to you again next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye for now.